Alright, so yesterday I did, let me see here, from here out past that point, the red marker, I had to avoid the regatta coming in, blew past Irish Creek, came up this way. We're in Broad Creek now. I came up here. Nope, over here. That's about 12-13 nautical miles. Today's destination is really close. It's this group of islands here. It's only 2 nautical miles away. That's really it. Possibly go into the back door to St. Michael's and then camp either here at the islands or inside there, one of the two. And then from there heading out on Sunday, possibly around here or spending some time around here. I'm near Nevet boat ramp where my friend can pick me up. So one of the trickier things has been figuring out a daily routine to keep myself comfortable on the boat in these temperatures and the heat. And it took a while to get it down, but after Wednesday's bake-off in the boat, where I was just miserable, one of the things I realized is when you set up the boom tent like this early in the morning as soon as the sun comes up, because the sun's really low coming up, it'll shoot right into the cabin depending on what direction the boat's turned in the wind. So immediately as soon as that happens, I set up the boom tent about 2/3 of the cockpit. That does a good amount to shield the amount of air that gets heated up. I put this in to pull up the rear hatch to also act as a sunblock. And then over here the front hatch is open to let the wind in to blow through the cabin to cool things off. So that's part of my morning routine. The other thing I do is if there's not much wind, I set up this wind funnel into the hatch, which increases the amount of air rate going through the cabin. That helps a lot in terms of keeping me comfortable in the boat. So that's one of the things I've learned to do as a routine. This whole living aboard a very small boat is very new to me. So coming up with a good routine is essential to keeping your sanity and keeping your morale high when you're doing something like this. It's about almost 1 right now. There's a small craft advisory starting at 5, but I'm literally 3 nautical miles from the island, which is where I want to go. My plan is to get to the island southwesterly winds, so I'm going to see if I can anchor northeast of the island, just close enough to see if I can beach the boat, come up close or something like that, and spend the night there. If not, I'll go up further into Santo Domingo Creek, which heads up into the back alley of St. Michael's. On the chart, apparently there's a boat ramp, but I thought it was on that side. It's not. I misread the chart. But you can access the back way into St. Michael's. It's about a half-mile walk over there. So I got a lot of time. I'm going to get this work done out here in this peaceful cove. Just been enjoying my morning, reading up more on sailing and like figuring out what I'm trying to do here. So these sail ties, these are jamming because they're so long. Every time I pull up and bring the sail down. So I'm cutting some new pieces that are a lot shorter, and that should hopefully resolve the problem before I make my way to the island. new sail ties are on. Not sail ties, new sail lacings are on. It's a lot neater, looks cleaner, and we'll see how. Okay, looks like the new sail lacings are working a lot better, though it got caught over there on something. I had to get in there and look. The sheets for the jibs also got caught behind the rope tangle over there, even though it's neatly arranged. There's a lot of things I gotta work out on this. But we're heading our way to the islands. Islands of the Chesapeake, that is. There's a green channel marker there, 2 reds, 1 more green, and then I make a left at the green to head in that direction because there's certain depths that you can't really go through. In fact, I think that's one of the islands. Wow, I'm really close. This should be an easy trip. Hamlin Island. Green number 3. Now I gotta find a place to anchor on the northeast side because tonight the winds are gonna turn into about 15-20 knots from the southwest. So I just want to be on the side of the island facing that. But so far, I've been jibing. No mishaps yet. So far so good. Low winds, good way to practice. That always makes me a little nervous. Alright, I made it to my island destination. Just what I wanted to get to. I got here at 3, so I made it 2 hours early. And it's hot as hell, it's sweltering. Got the swim ladder set up. I got my skin suit out. And I'm gonna jump in and see if I can make it to that point over there. Get a good photo of the boat, walk around a bit. Hopefully the stinging nettles will be mostly brushed by the suit. I got some exposed areas, we'll see how I do. I'm obviously not gonna duck my face in there. And yeah, use a dip. Okay, looks like I can actually walk there. I'm in about 2 to 3 feet of water. Luckily my boat has a shallow draft and I'm walking on the muddy bottom. It's kind of interesting seeing my boat from the outside. Skin suit's doing well. I'm not getting stung or feeling like I'm getting stung. This is great. Let's go check this out. So I'm currently exploring the island. It's a small island. I'm going to anchor here for the night. But there's just enough space for me to set up a hammock. Just chill here or even set up a campfire. Which is pretty cool. In your own private island, you have all to yourself. And check that out. Come out here to the exit point. See through the trees there into the Chop Tank River, which goes out into the bay. It's fantastic. It's great. Have skin suit, will travel, especially in the waters of the Chesapeake during the summer. I don't feel like I've gotten stung. I'm doing pretty good. I'm not itchy. This is great. While walking around in the water, I struck shellfish gold. That's a meal.
These oysters were as big as my hand. After everything, I finally enjoyed a sunset on the island. The cool of nightfall brought the sea life to the surface. It was time to check it out. There were pipefish, minnows, stinging sea nettles, crabs, and other things that I couldn't identify in the water. The next day, I wanted to camp on dry land. Hell, I just wanted to hike around and explore. It was also really nice to just sit and enjoy nature among the loblolly pines and holly trees.
So the tops of these brickers, they taste like asparagus. Pretty nutritious too. I hate the spines, but I love the taste of these.
It was also nice to have some downtime away from the boat to catch up on my journal and to rest and enjoy the sounds of nature. But I wanted to set up camp. I went back to the boat and grabbed my camping gear to set up an Amazon rainforest style campsite, something I hadn't done since 2007. Afterwards, I went for a water hike to find the other smaller part of the island.
Cruising guidebook says there's supposed to be a shoal between this island and that island. You can either take a dinghy, but it's so low in water, my guess is this should be hikeable. So I'm going for a water hike just to go see this other island right over there. And we'll see how deep the water is, but this is supposed to be one continuous island. It's getting more shallow. Island's up ahead, but now it's coming about just above my knees now. Here's the island where I'm camped at. And keep going up ahead there. Alright, here I am. Getting close to the other end of Hambleton Island. I think that's how you pronounce it. Maximum depth going across is probably 3.5 feet. Minimum depth, probably 6 inches. And my boat can cruise through all of that because it is a shallow draft of less than 12 inches, which is awesome. And here we are at the other end of Hambleton Island. There's the island I'm camped at and anchored at over there. And here's what's left of the island. And on the walk back. This place is gorgeous though. And on the way back, coming back to the island, I found hors d'oeuvres.
While scouting out the other side of the island, I found a primitive bushcraft shelter.
The only thing is there's no clear path from my campsite to it. Okay, there's the structure. How to get up on here. Oh, made it. Oh. No poison ivy. Okay. Oh. There it is. There's a structure. It's even got a fire pit. And turtle shells. Now the question is, how does this get back to my campsite? That's the hard part. I went completely the wrong way.
For my last night, I brought the galley to the island so I could make some spaghetti. Then, with the oysters that I found, I roasted those on the fire. Then I settled back for a meal of oysters and spaghetti while enjoying the evening. After that, I enjoyed the last sunset and then the campfire before settling in for the night. The next morning, it was time to break down camp and load up the boat. That was a sweet island to camp on and enjoy the rest of my vacation. I bid it farewell. Once I got to a point where the winds were in my favor, but relatively low, I synergized the sails and the motor to motor sail back. The entire mileage of the trip, 42 nautical miles over 9 days, combining sail and motor for a very enjoyable first excursion on my Blockley Privateer 20, the SV Gehodep.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? A smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell?
If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe, and come visit my blog at dnadventures.com.
Now that I think I've got a decent routine working, it's time to celebrate. with one of my favorites.